All right, welcome everybody out there. How y'all doing today? This is the Vamp. I'm just going to try to make a really quick video here on super low time frame. I am going to shill. I never take the damn time to shill. Number one, I've got super chats. Finally, my very first time I've ever got super chat. I finally got thank you YouTube. I finally got approved for paid ads. All the time and energy I've put on YouTube, and I'm talking, I feel like I've lost a whole year of my life on YouTube or spent a whole year of my life on YouTube. Listen, Trading Associates, this is us. We would love to have you come join us. We've got a bunch of the members in the channel watching the show right now. I'd love to see if they give us a nice shout out. But the year enrollment right here in the lifetime, this is where you come find the Vamp. I'm right here in the lifetime right there. So come find me. I would love to help guide you and teach you and show you the ways of the force, right? Shill done, right? Let's get on to this, this chart. What this chart shows you is this is the weekly chart right here, okay? This shows you the pattern of a bull run. So I think we're in phase one of a bull run, and I have been saying we're in a phase one of a bull run now for quite some time. Okay, so for quite some time I've been saying we have, and I can't even tell you how old this chart is, but this is an old ass chart, okay? So this chart is old, and now every time you've had a bull run, you've had 4 TD9s, right? Every single time, 4 TD9s, 4 TD9s, and you know, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you reset every time, right? Reset, reset. So right now we've had a beautiful parabolic run, and the only thing you can really compare this parabolic run to right here is all the way back in 2011 and 12, right? I mean, the parabolic run that we had up here in 11 and 12 was a beaut, right? I mean, this was a beaut. Even, you know, gosh, look at this from 2011 to 2013, just monstrous bull run, right? Absolutely monstrous bull run. And, you know, we've been playing that thing out for a long time here in crypto. Now, it's funny because this market moves so fast now that we've already hit our first bleeding TD9. So we've hit phase one of this, what I feel is a bull market. The only way I can know for certain that the bull market or this is a fluke, which I still think a lot of this in the Black Swan event that we've talked about previously is something like Bitfinex getting seized by the U.S. government, just like they did One Fox, right? And people, oh no, they can't do that. Oh, they have done that, right? There's no, they can't do that. They have done that. They seized One Fox. If you don't believe me, go to onefox.com or Google One Fox trading platform. All gone, right? It's just gone, right? They got liquidated by the feds, right? It's sorry people, but that's a fact. So let's go into what I'm seeing on this weekly high time frame chart right here. On the weekly high time frame chart right here, every single time we've hit a bleeding TD9, which means where the trend continues into unnumbered candles. That's bleeding. Once you hit the nines, you go either bullish or bearish, and it can go both directions. It doesn't just go bullish, it can go bearish also. So when we hit this TD9, it's bleeding, we flip back to a red 1. Now, every time we've historically flipped back to a red 1, the red 1 is below the 9. Okay, so you see here, look, the red 1's below the 9. Look at this. This red 1 was above the 9, but the price action came all the way back. But here, this did close pretty close to the 9 here in the second one. Look at this. You bled for one candle, then pulled all the way back, right? So, you know, you can see how, look, there's the green 1. It bled for a second. Green 9, red 1. Took off again. So I feel we've had such a parabolic move, and we've just thrown up our very first TD1 right here. So we just got our first, I'm going to zoom into this baby right here. We just got our first red 1. So I never like to speak in absolutes, especially about crypto, okay? But there's, I would say, a very, very, very high percentage chance that this week does not close out higher than we are right now, okay? Because this would then flip this into another. If you go higher here, if this starts to moon up, it will get rid of this red one candle, right? It'll start to get rid of that red one signal. We just need to hold on to this red one because you get a 1 to 4 candle pullback, and then you march up again, right? Look, there it is, green 1, green 9, bleeding candle, red 1, red 2, red 3, and then you moon again, right? So I still feel that we're going to be looking for something very similar to this where we get a pullback. Now, historically, we have pulled back all the way to the green 9 on the very first parabolic run of cycle 1 of a bull run, okay? The other thing that I look at on this chart right now, and I'm going to back this out. Again, I'm going to back this out because I want you to have a good full view of what this looks like here, okay? Right? The second thing is I have a little note here that says until we get a red 1, I do not feel safe in longs, and I have had that up there for a long time. And one of the things is I still am riding with this. This is still a ride or die. I'm glad we're showing a red 1 up there because that's good. We need to see a red 1 because we actually want to see that red 1 because now it says we're starting the first correction of the first cycle, and then we're just waiting to move up, right? So it's actually a good thing, right? This is a good thing that we just flashed our first red 1. The second thing, and the most bearish, there's two very bear things I see in this chart right now. This double top. So before, when I showed this chart, it's probably a couple days ago, it was last week sometime, this line was the trend, the indicator line was way up here over. It was over the resistance line. I had a little hammer. I said forming the weekly candle. If you remember, you guys can go back and you can clearly see that in the charts. This line was over. I said, nope, this is making a double top. Sure enough, it made a double top. Now, I can't go back historically and find another double top here except for right here. This is the only time I can see some kind of a quasi double top right here, and it also happened to happen on a TD9. This TD9 did correct back down to a red 1. So you got the double top, you got the correction all the way back down to support. The correction for this double top, these double tops like to run all the way back to a support level. Look, we just hit a support level. It's testing it right now. But in fact, I would like to see this support level come down and be tested lower, right? On the weekly, I want to see this, jiggle around, do your thing, tickle some nads, and then just fall out to here. Find me that 8,500. Show me you can close that gap. Show me you have support there. One of the other great things about when you look at this high time frame chart is that you can see the bearish continuation of the Stoke. Listen, this is very bearish on the Stoke right here. This is just not bullish. You broke bearish. This has been up here for weeks now, right? At least 2 weeks, if not more, if not 3 weeks. I said, oh yeah, this is bearish as fuck. This is going to fall over on us. And sure enough, we've had multiple fallovers on us, right? As we've posted up this dive, right? Here is the thing that's good though. The great thing about this is once you do find this bottom and this support in a first cycle of a bull market, the second cycle is a beaut, right? It's beautiful, right? You do usually get a nice little another run up, a very sexy run up on these bull markets. So if we get a second and when we do find support, and listen, I'm not worried at this point, right? Either we're going to find support at 8 to 8,500 where we have a lot of confluence, and or we're going to find it down at 70, 72, 71, 7,200, and or the final support leg is going to be that 6,000 range, right? And we're going to find support somewhere, and then we're going to start to move back up. This is what you have to watch out for. These moves, when they do come, can be swift and hard, so you got to be really careful too. Sometimes it does want to move sideways on us, but it can also be super hard and fast. So we just got to make sure we're ready for these moves, because the move isn't going to be it's a 1,000-point move or a 500-point move. No, it's going to be a pretty drastic, it's it's going to be a pretty drastic move over a couple weeks. If we did get some kind of super radical bounce, that's what I would be looking for, okay? The other thing is, there's no reason, and here is my long-term prediction. I'm going to type it out right here, right? Here's my long-term prediction. My long-term prediction right now, oh, and I know I'm just going to get grief for this, right? For typing this out right now, okay? Is that I feel this oh God, I want to be very careful on my words here. Retrace of this possible phase one of this bull run can last as long as 6 to 8 months. Yeah, sorry, I know, don't shoot the messenger. Like, this thing can last for like 6 to 8 months. Okay? It is what it is. Whew. There we go. I'm going to slide this over here. I'm going to slide this over here. Oh, there's our red one. Right? This can literally last for 6 to 8 months. I'm talking all the way out into November, December. Right? This baby can just run all the way out into November and or December before we actually would find the support for a second run. Okay? Right? Barring, right? And this is barring any black swan event. Like, and I'm gonna seizing USDT or Phoenix, right? And that's I'm telling you, those are examples, you know what I'm saying, of a black swan event. So I still feel we got lower to retrace. This is still very bearish, right? This is still very bearish, but this can also cycle. There's no reason that this can't give us a nice cycling pattern here to take us still up to a higher high. This does not have to fall all the way over to the bottom. Now, it can. It's okay if it does, right? It's okay if it does. Sort of okay if it does. How about that? It's sort of okay if it does, but it's actually okay. If it retraces all the way, I'm not worried about it. I won't panic about it, okay? So that's it. I'm going to stop this video.